Hello, what's up YouTube? Ron is with another tutorial, and in this tutorial I'll show you guys why my frequency separation action has that kind of empty layer in between. And the other thing we want to do is how to learn to match skin tone in Photoshop. So basically we're just going to be using frequency separation and that kind of empty layer to match or even out skin tone in Photoshop. And there are times when you are taking photos and maybe light doesn't reach some given areas and you just want to do that in post-production. If at all you don't have maybe a reflector to bounce back the light maybe on the feet or any other places that light may not reach. So I just want to show you guys why my frequency separation action has that kind of empty layer and how to use it effectively to kind of balance the light within the images or that kind of tonal variation within the light when it falls on our models or subjects when you are taking photos while shooting them. So if at all you're interested in purchasing and supporting this channel, you can just go ahead and check the links in the description for the link of my digital store, and you can purchase them to support this channel for the content that I keep on dropping for you guys to learn from. So this is the I've just decided to crop this because I don't want to show the face and anything like that. So after having your image or having that area that you want to perfect, I'm just going to first of all brighten up this area before I can play my action. And in order to do that, I'm just going to come to this is my quick selection tool, and after getting it, make sure that everything is the way it is meant to be and you have this addition kind of option selected. I hope you can see, and these options are not checked. Sample all layers is not checked, enhance edge is not checked rather. And after doing that, simply left click and make a selection just like that onto the area that you just want to brighten slightly. So just come and make a selection. So in order to deselect from an area that you don't want to be affected, I'm just going to show you guys that in a bit. So let's just come and do that. In order to deselect, for example, the grass here from the selection, just come and hold down the alternate. And when you hold down alternate, you're going to notice that this changes rather into a minus kind of sign. You can see when I hold down the alternate, you can see that it changes into a minus, meaning we just have to come and click to subtract from that selection just like that. I hope you can see that. Just come and subtract just a little bit. So I'm just going to add so that I can have a final result. I think this looks good and is fine. Let me just deselect that area, and I think we are doing a nice selection. And after you're done selecting that area, I know you can even go in for a pen tool, but this is more of a faster method or technique. So we are done selecting the legs of the model or our subject for this tutorial, and now we just want to brighten them. So just come to adjustments and you can look for your levels or contrast, or you can even use curves to brighten up. So just come, click, and now you can brighten that a little to get rid of that too much contrast in the legs. And I'm just going to remove the contrast from this area, and this looks a little bit better. I'm just going to brighten it up a little bit more. I think this looks good. So let's see a before and after so far. This is the before and after, but really the skin tone is really not matching at all. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to merge these layers, or I could just come and let me just merge these layers. Shift Ctrl E or Shift Command E on the keyboard. I'm just going to undo that. Shift Ctrl E to merge the layers, and I'm going to come and play my frequency separation action. So like I said, I have 8-bit and 16-bit, and since this is a 16-bit image, I'm just going to come and select the 16-bit action and simply play it just like that. So right now what I want to do, I'm just going to come and move this up to the point when the details are getting lost from the image. So look for maybe the feet. and make sure I move the radius up to a point when these details are just starting to disappear. So like we usually do for frequency separation, just going to move it up to I think 5 is when the details start getting lost, and just come and hit OK. So just want to do a little bit of touch up or retouching on the legs before you can match or learn about this layer right here. So I'm just going to close this and come and select the low frequency layer. So this is my group for frequency separation, and I come and select the color that contains the skin tones, and I'm just going to turn off the black and white layer because that is more of a check layer or a help kind of layer. So I'm just going to come to the brushes and get my mixer brush tool. So I just want to blend or even out the skin tones first before I can match or even out the tones in the image. So just going to get the mixer brush tool, make sure it is a clean one. Second option is selected because I don't want the brush to carry color from one area to another. Weight, I'm going to be using a weight of 9%. Load 75, mix 90, and the flow 100. Make sure sample all layers is not checked because you just want to work with the low frequency layer and just come and start evening out the tones. And the best way to do this, turn off the texture layer and just come and start painting. And as you are painting, you can notice that we're just painting colors that look alike in the image, or we're just trying to harmonize the skin tones that are kind of alike so that we can have, or so that we can create a little bit of uniformity among them. So just come and paint just like that. Reduce on the size and just paint on this green color. So it was more of a color cast, or the color that bounced off the grass to the model's body. So just come and do this. So usually I hate having these kind of areas, so I'm just going to retouch this and blend this kind of knee area so that I can have more uniform tones, so that it doesn't look really having those kind of roughness, or I could call them maybe, and let me just call them rough areas. Let me just come and paint just like that and harmonize those tones. And like I said, turn on the texture layer to see your progress. So this is the before after so far. But the skin tone is not uniform so far. So let's just try to retouch these areas. So I'm basically left clicking and using the brackets to reduce on the size of the mixer brush tool. And it is a soft tool or a soft mixer brush tool. So let's just come and do this. I think this looks good, and let's just come to the lower area and we also even out the tones on that lower area. So we have not yet matched the colors or the skin tones in the model's legs or the model's feet. So I think this looks fine so far. Let's just even out this and match these areas, and I think this looks good so far, so good. So just come back and turn on the texture layer to see what we have done so far. So this is the before after. But in order to get final results from the mixer brush tool process, just come and get the lasso tool. Make sure your feathering is around 22 pixels, and make sure anti-alias is selected, and make sure this first option is checked rather. So just want to refine the areas you may have missed out when you are trying to blend using a mixer brush tool. So just come and make a selection just like that. Left click and move your mouse or cursor or whatever you're trying to use. So come to filter, blur, and come to Gaussian blur, and for this case I multiply this radius by 3 and add 5 to that value. So 5 by 3 I get 15, and plus 5 I get 20. So when it comes to feet, I add an extra value of 5 rather. So, or maybe you could as well multiply this radius by 4. 4 is better, so just multiply that radius that you had for your frequency separation by 4 and just type in 20, and this is going to make it really look better and finer, or more fine rather, if at all that English is good. So right click and apply it onto the overall image just like that. and right click and come and do this. So like I'm just trying to explain, but this can really take a short time, because if at all I'm not doing the talking, it can take me less than 2 minutes to get this done. But I'm just trying to show you guys everything, because I want you guys to learn everything from what I do and every single step I do, so that you can incorporate it to your own workflow and make your images kind of better. So I'm just going to zoom out and you can see what we have so far. This is the before after. So just want to even or match skin tones for this area. And before you can do it, let's first remove the blemishes. So just come and get to the high frequency layer and get your clone stamp tool, or whichever tool that you prefer. Hold down the alternate, copy and paste just like that. Make sure that sample is on the current layer, because you just want to work with the textures and not the colors. You just want to sample from the high frequency layer, because you just want to have even skin tones for this area. So let's just clean up this, and I think this is really getting better. So let's see a before and after, overall before after. So just want to even out the skin tones even more. So what we're going to do, let's just clean up this a little bit. I think this looks good. So the more important case for this tutorial is this kind of layer in the middle. So just come and select it. So it is the layer that we are going to be using to even out the skin tones of these areas. So just come and select it and come and get a soft round brush. So we are not using a Mr. Brush tool, we are basically using the brush. So get the brush tool and make sure it is selected. Change the opacity all the way down to, I prefer to use 10, but you can go with one below that. So smoothing at 0, and make sure that you're on this layer right here. And I would just want to sample and paint color to the rest of the areas we just want to even out in this image. So you can as well use the same technique to brighten those areas. So if at all I want to sample this color, I'm just going to hold down the alternate key on the keyboard, and you can see when I click right here, it samples that color right here. So alternate and simply left click to sample that color, and now you can zoom in and start painting that color in that area. You can see that. I hope you can see the results, so before and after so far. So just come and continue holding down the alternate and paint just like that. I hope you can see the results in real time right now. So just come and hold down the alternate and continue painting through, and this is going to give you more better results. Or you can even get rid of this kind of dark area. Alternate, you sample and copy and just come and paint that color in those areas. And now I'm just going to copy this because I just want to brighten up this area just like that, and hold down the alternate close to the area that I want to brighten and remove that kind of color cast in those areas. So I'm just going to get rid of this green area. So let's see what we have so far. This is the before after. I hope you can see the results right now. So I'm just going to do the same for the overall image and have the best out of this. So let me just do this without talking so that I know most of you guys tend to say I talk too much, but I always want to emphasize and have you guys have maybe a better understanding of everything I'm trying to do. That's why I do more of the talking, and I just hope you're really comfortable with it anyway. So just come and eliminate. So come and do this, and you can see how I'm brightening up these areas and this shadow right here. I'm just trying to copy and get rid of this green color cast in that area. I hope you can see this. So copy from here, and you can as well come and paint to get rid of that kind of color cast. Copy from here and get rid of this too much highlight in that area. So you can come and get rid of that highlight rather. So just come and paint right here. Zoom out to see your results so far, and let's see, this is the before after. I hope you can see the results, but I feel like this is really too bright, so let's just copy color one more time from maybe this area which is really more concentrated, and just come and paint so that we can have a uniform skin tone color, just like that. I hope you can see this, and come and paint through just like that to have a nicer or more uniform skin color, just like that. I hope you can see the results just like this, and when we are done with this, you're going to be so amazed by the results. So let's see what we have done so far for this image. So this is the before and after. I hope you can see the results, and you really are wondering what we have just done with this portrait. So what we want to do, let's add a little bit of shape or dimension to this image. So I'm just going to delete the black and white. So let's see what this layer contains. So if at all I come and turn off this, so I'm just going to also turn off the background layer. You can see our blank layer really has this kind of color that we are painting through to get rid of those unevenness within the skin tone. So I'm just going to turn back my layers and everything, and this is what we have so far. So what I want to do, I just want to add shape or dimension because this looks a little bit flat, and I just want to paint through the highlights. So I'm just going to come to actions and play my dodge and burn action. So just come and play it. And I'm just going to dodge or enhance the highlights and the shadows. So I'm just going to come to the dodge layer and get my brush tool. Make sure white is on top because I just want to reveal what is hidden behind the black mask. And I'm just going to come and paint on the highlighted areas. So I just want to get more pronounced areas. I'm using an opacity of 10. Just going to paint through the highlight areas just like that to get more in those areas. So you can see before after, but I feel like that is too much, so I'm just going to come and reduce on the opacity of that. I think this looks okay. So let's see the overall before and after for our image. So this was the image initially, before after. I hope you can see the results and you're really amazed by what we have just done. So basically this is how to match or even out skin tones in Photoshop using my blank layer in my frequency separation action. And if at all you have loved this, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and if at all you're interested in purchasing my actions, don't forget to check the links in the description so that you can visit my digital store and support this channel by purchasing my actions. Ronnix from Ronnix Photography. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in yet more tutorials, and don't forget to keep practicing and keep creating.